So one of the big problems of modern gaming is the release date crisis. They don't. It just seems that developers don't want to release games anymore. I get it. If they do want to release a game non-bugged or glitched, then yes, take all the time you need to make a game. But 10 years on one game is ridiculous. I think that's ridiculous. Okay, 10 years on one game when you have hundreds of developers. Okay, if it was like one person, then yeah, it makes sense. 10 years on one game. But this year, we had games like Power World humiliate AAA developers. When that game became super popular for a while, and all of these, the developers all act like, oh, no, we don't need to release games. People still, I think the problem is the quote unquote hype cycle. You know, they want to keep people hyped for a game that isn't released. You know, but it's really gonna ruin the gaming landscape and the gaming development. Okay, because back in the 360 and PS3 era, yeah, I keep going back to this era of gaming. You know why? It's because it's kind of like the golden era of gaming. Okay, games came out on time. Games came out bugless and glitchless. Games were about the gameplay and not about 10-hour movies. Okay, if I want to watch a movie, I can watch a movie. I don't need to play a video game to watch a movie. Okay, and that is the problem with modern gaming. Oh yeah, no, also no microtransactions or no Sweet Baby Inc. Okay, games were normal. Okay, games were normal. Yes, even like the early Xbox One and PS4 era, there are still normal release schedules for games. But it seems that ever since the pandemic, game schedules have been like one or two massive games a year, and then you have a bunch of, the generic swap you get every year, like FIFA, Call of Duty, or no, now it's called EA Sports FC. But EA Sports FC, NBA 2K, Call of Duty, the yearly swap you get every year, Assassin's Creed, okay, again, I'm not gonna shame the fans of those series, but that's basically the year in gaming. Of course, then why have Nintendo releases every year, but Nintendo actually still releases games, you know, as well. I think even Nintendo has been affected by it, but at least Nintendo supplemented their games with like older games. But Nintendo did add more employees, so I think they're probably doing that because they know they can't rely on ports and remakes forever. Yeah, remakes can get people so excited, but you know, there's only so much a remake can do. Okay, people do want to see new games, so it's always Nintendo. So obviously, what Nintendo's gonna do is hire more people, so we don't have to wait forever for new games. It's just that simple. Okay, or use AI to help with the process of developing games. Which I know they're like, we don't want, but I know people like hesitant to use AI in games, but it will make game development easier if they say game development now is so difficult and hard. Okay, there was no way a game should take 10 years to make. Okay, there's no way a major game like GTA 6 or Elder Scrolls 6 should take almost 10 years to make. Okay, the last GTA game was released in 2014. That's a 12-year difference. The last Elder Scrolls game released in 2011. No reason for Elder Scrolls 6. The last Fallout game, 2015. Last Bioshock game, 2014. Borderlands 2 and 3, 7-year difference. Borderlands 1 and 2, 4-year difference. I think Borderlands 1 came out in 2000. Okay, a 2 or 3-year difference. I think it came out in 2009 or 2010, not 2008. But again, game development apparently, and again, these games are not as well received as the previous games. Okay, because for whatever reason they would rather I don't know what happens in these development times. I really do not. Okay, the only developer that seems to be consistent anymore besides Nintendo is Sega, where they continue to release new Persona games, Sonic games, and they're even bringing back the older IPs, which no one thought would happen. But it just seems that AAA gaming, the game was announced in 2021, so 3 years later, the game is still has nothing related to it. Okay, nothing related to it. No new announcements. Then why did you announce the game? Why did you announce the game if you can't have a release date? I think Nintendo, they obviously won from the rest of Metroid Prime 4 to not announce a game that isn't ready yet. But it seems that these AAA developers they haven't gotten the memo, which is why these AAA developers, they announce games that are not ready to be sold yet, and then people are like, why are we delaying this game? Why do you keep delaying the game? Because they announce games that are not ready to be sold yet. Okay, it says unlikely to be sold soon. Okay, then why do you announce the game? Okay, why did you announce the game? Like, Nintendo doesn't do this stuff anymore because they know it makes people upset. It makes people upset that if someone's excited for a game, oh, you're gonna have to wait like 5 years to play the game. 5 more years, 5 long years, and we'll move on to the next generation of consoles, or maybe even the next generation after that. Now I can finally play this game. Okay, and yeah, that's about this video here. And yeah, it's just so sad that modern gaming has become like this. Wonder Woman game is basically Metroid Prime 4 of this developer, okay? Of Monolith. Not Monolith Soft, not to confuse with Monolith Soft, okay? But yeah, that's about this video here. Goodbye.